And welcome back to Let's Play Overlord. We just made it to Mellow Hills, so we will summon our first minions.
Crown minions are your main fighters. They will happily die, so you don't have to. These fluffy creatures barely know they're alive, but you can still harvest life force from them.
So we're going to attack the sheep, harvest the life force from those little yellow glowing balls.
You must build up your army, summon more minions.
Basically, life force is what you use to summon minions. You have a limit to the number of minions you're allowed to have at any one time, but then you also have a limit to how many you have available to you at all. The more life force you collect, the more of them are available. So now that we've collected some life force, we'll go back to the portal. And that 8 is because I collected 8 life force from it. 5 is the most minions I can have at one time, but those other 6 are there in case some of these die, because you will lose minions as you go.
But we have strength in numbers. Use all your minions on that pillar, and they will work together to move it.
Anytime you see that gray circle, it's letting you know that there is something that your minions can interact with. Be it that they're carrying it back to your tower, turning the wheel, pushing an object out of the way, something like that.
Oh! Halflings took over my farm! Tied me up in the sun to scare the birds! Now, those pumpkins are plotting against poor Bob. They want revenge for all the pies I made, and the soup, and the jelly, and the ice cream. I hear the pumpkins whispering at night, but I won't leave my farm to the halflings. Oh no, they're worse than the pumpkins. Please help get Bob's farm back. Oh. Your creatures ain't related to pumpkins, are they?
And not everyone you help through the game is going to be crazy.
The pumpkins are screaming!
You actually get plenty of options towards whether you're wanting to play good or evil. So even though you're the Overlord and lots of references to evil, you really can play it to where you are pretty much a good guy. And as you make decisions as to whether you help people or not, if you go good, everything will stay as it is pretty much. As you go more towards the evil side, you'll become darker, more menacing looking. You'll get different types of spells as to whether you're good or evil, but only the last version of evil.
That showed him! Oh, you better get going, sonny. The path beyond my house leads to the village of Spree. Oh, I bet there are more of them fat little demons about, so be careful. Makes me fun. They can grow marrows instead. Yeah, marrows don't talk so much. Yeah, that'd be nice.
This is the sort of thing that you can usually use the sweeping for.
Minions will automatically equip any useful items they find, and often, any useless items too. But do not fear, your weapons and armor are custom forged at the tower. We wouldn't dream of giving you any old steal-me-downs. No. See the clouds that rose from those dead halflings? That's evil energy. It gathers in all us evil creatures. You will learn more of it in time, Master. The Tower Heart. The halflings must have used it to grow pumpkins. The little fools. They have no idea of the real power it contains. Clear those pumpkins and let's get it back to the tower.
And once we return with the Tower Heart, we'll pretty much be done with the tutorial, and it's going to cut us loose. Let us actually start playing the game like normal.
Your minions will carry it for you, Master. Being the Overlord means never having to lift anything heavy. Careful! Careful!
When minions are carrying something like this, you have no control over them. They'll follow a set path.
Millions have found a shortcut.
All you've got to do is clear the way for them, and they will carry it directly back to one of the portals back to your tower.
Moldy, keep up with the other minions. Giblet, I see you pretending to hold it with one claw. Hold your share, Gubbin, you useless sack of pus.
And so now we're supposed to return to the tower. Your minions will carry various things back. That's how you'll get upgrades to your spells, upgrades to the number of minions you can control, smelters so that you can start creating new items.
It is back where it belongs. This is the heart of the tower, sire. It will play a vital role in helping re-establish your dark domain. It will allow you to visit the tower whenever you wish and provide access to all of the tower's resources. And look, it seems to have bestowed a little gift upon you, sire. You can now control 10 minions. Ha! And it seems to have retained one of its spells. The Fireball spell. Robust fellow. Might have known he'd make it. I'll teach you how to use him when the need arises, but I urge you, sire, find more of our missing tower objects. A crane would be particularly handy. Then we could clear the debris around here, open up some rooms. Unfortunately, I am not the evil entity that I once was. I cannot take the feel of lush green grass under my feet and birdsong in my ears. In fact, I think I need to find a dark corner and something to pummel. I shall stay here. The heart will allow me to speak directly to you, sire, and see and hear what you do. Use the gate to return to the halfling domain. Welcome!
And we will explore the tower later. For right now, the only thing that's open is the throne room. It won't have changed by the time that we start to first open up some of the other things. They've got rubble covering all the entrances to the various areas that you'll get available as you get a little further.
1, 2. Is this thing working? It's a bit grubby. Can you hear me, Master? Oh, there you are. And now, sire, the creatures around here are rather frisky, so they will have undoubtedly repopulated the area. Call forth some minions and head for that peasant village. Spree! Name.
So now we've got 10 minions to work with. Everything has respawned. Most things will respawn when you go back to the tower and then return to the area you were in. Bosses, of course, won't. Neither will some almost mini bosses. Some just slightly tougher things that will be in areas. Most things, though, will. So we'll harvest a little more life force. And I think that's about all we'll get done for today. Took us 2 videos, but we're through with all of the tutorial. And next time we will move on and actually go to the village of Spree. See what we can do there.